Three, two, one. Okay, that seemed to go without a hitch. I sort of half expected this other screen to jump. It tends to do a thing. Do we have sound?
Yes, we have sound.
Awesome, awesome. And we suddenly dropped a few viewers. That was really weird. All right, let's do this. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And that screen needs to get fixed. That's kind of crazy. Let's try this one. There we go. This is I didn't realize that was broken. Hey, this is Kevin, and we are still working on the rainbow bag. And something's amazing happened here today, guys. Let's see if we can hit this. We just hit 4,000 watch hours today at about 5 p.m. So, yeah, that's kind of awesome. But, okay, better than that. I'm joined by my lovely wife, Mandy. There she is. So, and before we get going, I want to remind everybody we still have a secret word game. It has been a whole year now that I've been trying to give away these two bracelets. So let's try to see if we can't make this go away tonight. Right? So, all you guys got to do is just chat, and if you say the magic word, you get the bracelets. All right. Oh, it can't. This is so weird. Okay, so my thing over here should be telling me like how many people are viewing, and in one place it says there's one viewer, and in another spot it says three. So I'm very confused. Not as confused as they are, but I'm still very confused. So welcome everybody. Crazy day today. I have been absolutely just losing my mind. I could not believe it. I woke up this morning, and one of my favorite things to always do in the morning was to have a look and see what the watch hours and stuff were. And it was 3,993. So I had 7 hours to go. And I was like, okay, so, soon, but yeah, whatever. And then, I don't know, 5 o'clock, whatever, I just happened just to, because there's usually a bounce back. There's usually like I'll gain 10 hours, but then like somewhere in the afternoon, I lose three. So I was trying to see how much of the bounce back do I have to adjust anything, for the images and whatever. And oh, speaking of images, whoops, not that one. This is the woohoo party thing that they sent to welcome me to the thing. So that's what's in the bottom corner. That is what has replaced our donut here tonight. So yeah, it made it to where I was such a jittery whatever that I was editing a video and then I messed up. Well, I edited the video, put it to render. Right away it goes, and I'm happy. And I start to go to the next video. And as I get into the next video, I'm like, wait, that little TV that goes across the screen, did I make that clear in the last one? And I go back and I check, and nope, I totally missed it. So now I've got a bad render. I have to retitle my video. I send up the new version with the TV thing fixed. Great. Go back to the second video. Okay, now we can work on this. I get to the second video, and I get to the part where it announces me, Kevin, also known as AWOL from AWOL.com. Wait, did I do that on the previous? Oh man, like my whole brain just fell out, like completely idiot. Um, so yeah, it took like 3 renders to get that one right, and I'm really hoping that it's okay. At this point, I don't know. I don't want to go back and do it again. And I might have to actually hit Mandy up for a band-aid. The band-aid I had on fell off, and it turns out that spot in my finger right here is where the strings kind of go as I do this part right here. And ow, it's hurting. So I'm going to take Mandy out of the picture there for a second so she can help me out, because otherwise I'm not going to make it through the night here. So yeah, there's some things that might happen here tonight that I don't know how it works. I don't know anything about it. Um, as I was getting ready to start the stream up and get everything going, Google was like, "Oh, by the way, um, you know, the normal practice is for a live stream to let Google put in an ad where they think is like a smart place to put it or something." And I was like, okay, that's cool. I don't know anything about that. So you might get an ad. And if you do, let me know. Let me know in the comments how that works, because I'm really super curious about it. Because, yeah, I don't know if it's going to notify me if there's going to be anything that pops up on my screen to say, like, some, chat is affected or. Cool. I have a band-aid. My finger's been spared. So yeah, we are like super close to New Year's, so I kind of half expected this to be a kind of a quiet thing. That's okay. It's all good. Um, but it would have been nice if we'd had like a bigger party, bunch of people here. And she's back. So, but yeah, it's a sweet present for the day. I end up with a monetized, mind you, honestly, if I'm to understand what the average whatever is, like it's per 1,000 views or something, if I'm to guess where this is going to put me, I think I'm basically going to earn like another $10 or something a month. To be honest, I don't think it's going to be a whole lot, but it's something, and that excites me. So I'm pretty stoked about the whole prospects. So we'll see how it goes. So I don't know if you can see this. One of the things that I'm contending with over here is we are still adding string, and we're having to deal with the fact that there's a bunch of short strings in here, right? These ones that we've already replaced, that I need to make sure that I don't tie a knot with them, because that would kind of mess things up. So we have to be kind of cautious about how this goes. It's a thing. So I'm kind of guessing, based on the lack of comments, that the people we have watching are not signed in because basically unless you sign in, you can't comment. It's just a thing, but that's okay. I mean, hello. If you sign in, you can stand a chance to win the bracelets. Kind of really would like to see somebody win that. See, we have another black string here. It's going to get replaced. I've got a whole little tray off to the side. Oh, some of these ones are just kind of sitting on the top. They're all wound on these little bobbins. So basically, letting them unwind and let the bobbins hitting the floor. Yeah, despite. Oh, wait. Did I? Yeah, I guess I'm. I created a schedule. Can't remember. Yeah, I'm live streaming tomorrow. And then New Year's Day, I'm taking off. So, yeah, kind of forgot where I was with that one. So yeah, I'll be actually live streaming for YouTube members tomorrow. Um, the plan is I will be making some bracelets and possibly editing a couple videos. I have 2 videos to go up, as well as a number of bracelets and 2 ornaments. 2 ornaments to make. So I don't know if you guys have seen it over on Instagram and Facebook. I have shared that I have created a ornament, and yeah, I've actually come up with a couple more. So I'm going to be working on the tutorials for those, and yeah, I'm kind of excited about the whole prospect, to be honest. Should be a lot of fun. And if anybody's interested, those videos will be available starting next November. So there's going to be a whole series of ornament tutorials, like one after another, starting in November. And if you're interested in actually seeing those sooner, all you got to do is become a YouTube member. All the videos that are already created and scheduled are available to the YouTube members, and it's like $5 a month. Well, it's $5 Singapore, so it's like $4 in the US, I think, something like that. So yeah, in case you're interested, that would be a way of supporting the channel and getting to see stuff early. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and to celebrate the whole getting monetized thing, we have a sale going on. Because we needed 4,000 hours, we're taking 40% off of all the bracelets going on over at my shop on AKAAWOL.com. I was waiting for Mandy to type in the word shop. She was really good with the last one. But yes, it's 40% off. You what's the magic thing you have to type in to get the
Hang on.
Okay, wait. She's working on it. There we go. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff. Well, it says we have 4 viewers now, so that's got another one in there. Hello. Okay, so now we're going to slowly go around this whole bag, basically. We don't have a lot of string left to have to add, but we're going to get these black strands put on here. And yeah, this should be pretty cool. All right, so this one I have to change. So basically I just do a single knot over here. Let me get the short ones out of here first. Let me explain it to you in a second after I make my life easier. This way, this way. There. There. Those are out of my way now. At least I won't make mistakes. All right. So what I've done is I've done a partial knot over the first string. Gonna grab another one of these. Unwind it. And then we're gonna basically, I folded it in half and I just bring it up here like this. And so that way when I tie the second part of the knot in, this new long string is locked into place. It can't go anywhere. And that's why I have no worries. Like if I put these things through a washing machine, it's not coming undone. It just really can't from this side. And then as I tie this new one, I take the old one and lay it in between, and that kind of locks it in from, possibly unraveling and getting away from anything. So yeah. Basically this way works because I double up my string. And I double up the string because when it comes to things like bags and stuff, I want it to last. I want it to last a long time. I know that these things aren't cheap in my shop. I mean, they're not, I would say overall not terribly expensive, but it's not cheap. I get it. So the one thing I do want is it to last you guys. I want it to be around for many years. Mind you, I don't think this one's making it to the shop. I think this one's going off to somebody very special in the US. And I think they're going to be very surprised when it shows up at their door. So yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize that this cut was going to be as influential as it is. It just happened the other night. Ah. I was trying to help our helper with a TV that the base on it was too big to put it into the box she's going to send home. We were trying to get it out of there. I had to use hammer and chisel, and somehow I grazed myself pretty good, possibly with the hammer. Oh, and if later on I can figure out how to do it, well, we might actually have a sale on the merch as well, because we have like these t-shirts, which was awesome. Earlier today, Mandy's nephew was over at the house, and he was talking about how he's so excited he has himself a YouTube channel. 9 years old, has his own little YouTube channel. Like, okay, cool. I've got one too. oh, really? You know, kind of, hmm. So I showed him my Halloween video where basically I'm doing my intro and then somebody comes along, takes off the top of my head, interrupts me, says D's nuts, and then pulls candy out of my head, which left him stunned. Like, wait, how'd you do that? I'm like, there you go. That's it. Now you now you understand that I don't just hit play and do silly things like you're doing. I actually make videos. And so yeah, he got kind of stoked about the whole thing. It was pretty cool. Oh, and then later, he looked over and he looked at the shirt and he goes, "Wait, these knots? Where? How? Wait." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's my own merch." "Well, how do you do that?" I'm like, "Well, first you get, you have to have like 3,000 followers." And he's like, "Oh man." He's got what, 13 now? So little guy's trying. He hasn't he hasn't quite figured out some of the things yet, though. He hasn't figured out how to screen capture, and I'm not sure like if the parents just don't know how to do it or they don't want him doing it or whatever. But he was trying to make a video of him doing Minecraft on a tablet by holding a phone that you could see the reflection in the tablet of the phone. And it's like, that's not how you do it. Whatever. Yeah, you learned a couple things here about me today. That and I have these puzzles where it's a calendar. It's right here. I just was playing with it earlier. The calendar where you move these things around to make up the days and stuff. And he had to go at it thinking, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do it. He tried it. Nope, that's impossible. A little bit later, he came back and I already had it done. And like, whoa, that's cool. Hey, it's on my new craft. Hello. Wow. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy New Year. Yeah, it has been a long, long time. Can you believe we're still trying to give away the bracelets in the secret word game? It's like people aren't trying. It's like I don't know what to do for them. Yeah, I suspect everybody is it's a little bit crazy. It's the end of the year. It's that week that is in question. I've been asking the question. Nobody seems to know. But if Santa Claus is tracking you for like the year, right? I would imagine he's starting on the first, and then he determines if you're naughty or nice, and then delivers on the 25th. So this week is really like, you know, a freebie, right? You can do whatever and not end up on the naughty list. I think that's how it works. Yeah, it has been. It's been a whole year. Too crazy. Oh, so earlier I was mentioning there's a possibility that advertisements might come on while you're watching. I don't know how it works. If you get an ad, let me know because I'm really, really super curious as to what happens, like, does my thing tell me? And hello, Rara. It starts on the 26th. No. Then I'm in trouble. Oops. Oh, no, you poor thing. What a terrible time to have the flu. The last time to get sick this year. That's as bad as I just got done telling Bagaholic Boy that I'm done with shopping for this year. So last week we did a bunch of adding the black ones in, um, and we're about to come up to where that happens. We're not quite there yet, but once we hit that, that's going to be nice. Yeah, I'm kind of not expecting to go. I've got live streams to do tomorrow. That's going to take a bunch of the time. I just got a bunch of really cool stuff. Mandy got me a stand for my tablet, so I have a tablet up here in front of me so I can actually watch cartoons while working on things. And then I got this cool. There is a new board that we're working off of here, which is completely awesome. It should be able to clean up and be nicer looking, and like really stoked about that. So yeah. Oh yeah, there's online shopping. Hey, I tell you what, I find that thing that I was looking for Christmas for Mandy. I don't care what day it is, I'm buying the darn thing. I saw something come up on my Instagram feed for a shop that's in town. I went there 2 days later and they were sold out. And I kind of whinged about it. And they said that they would put me on the list. If they ever have it back in stock, they would let me know, but to not count on it. And I have tried all over the place. I have tried shops in Japan. I've tried shops in China. I have tried everywhere. I can't find the darn thing. Oh, right, right. Yeah, if you're gonna do some of your monster-sized projects, yeah, you're gonna want the larger ones. That shop is no longer down in town, right? So, but they have an online store? Is that how that they work now?
I think so.
Yeah, but the problem was, okay, like yes, buy as soon as you see it, right? But it was on they don't the shop that in question doesn't have much of an online presence. They just have a cool Instagram thing feed that shows whatever their new thing is. And then 2 days, it was 2 days later. It wasn't like I waited a week or anything. I went down there and was like, yeah, I want the thing. And they're like, oh, sorry, gone. What? How, how is that a thing? Like that's, you just posted. Yeah, they went quick. Yeah, we got all that were available. We don't have a ton of the largest ones. Um, we have what, about a dozen of those? We have 30 or so of the smaller ones. I want to say, right? Is it about, am I about right?
Probably.
The smallest ones we used to do like really long strings and stuff and had the strings wound up into that. So yeah, we used an awful lot of those for some of the bigger projects. And then do we have medium? I thought it was just the small and large.
No, we have the medium.
Where's the medium at? Because I only see two
I don't
sizes
know.
on the door.
I don't know.
Should I pull them out so that way people reading this can know what we're
Sure.
talking about and not think that we're a bunch of crazies? All right, 1 second. They're just over here, so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the only ones that are over there. So this is the smaller one, and they're silicone, so they're kind of bouncy and soft and whatever. And you flip it like this, you can put your string in there, and then flip it down, and it'll hold it in place for you. And it's great when you're doing a kumi. You can wrap, like most of the time, if I'm doing a 12 string kumi, there's 24 strands. I can put 24 strands in here, have the piece come out, and then Mandy can use the strings that are on this side of it to turn into a kumi. But when you have more strings, you want one of these big boys. So you can see it's a pretty sizable difference. And yeah, it makes all the difference in the world. It is, yeah. So yeah, these are the small ones. I don't know if there's I think Mandy's right in that there's three sizes. I don't know if it was bigger than this or if there was smaller than this, but these are the two sizes that we have. This one we have I want to say 30 to 40 of them. This one I think we only have like a dozen. So they're super awesome. I don't know where they come from other than we have a small store here in Singapore. The beads and something, I don't know what it's called. Little store, but um, they're definitely worth it. Like if you get a chance and you make bracelets and stuff, they do come in awful handy. Yeah, see, okay, that five, I can't, that sounds, eh. If you have eight of them, you can make a kumi with a full skein of string wrapped on there and let it like work, as you're flipping them back and forth or whatever, the whole skein is wrapped up inside of that thing. So the minimum to have is 8. Um, Obviously 12 would be better because 12 makes a nicer kumi than just an 8-string kumi. But then when you go by that rationality, 40 or well, 20 would be the next really good where the kumis start to get really nice and awesome and stuff. So yeah. So I don't know about on Arab Street. I know that their store used to be under the little tunnel at the 313. Is it 313, honey?
Orchard Central.
Orchard Central. One of those. Yeah, there you go. There was like a tunnel down there, and well, before that, they were also on Orchard somewhere.
I don't know where they moved from. I remember the Orchard Central one.
Do you remember the first one? We went to the first one.
Yeah, I know. Then they told us they were moving there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we only went there a couple times before they moved to the other location. Yeah, they're definitely not in the tunnel anymore. No, I know. Um, I remember being shocked when I went to go look for them, and they were gone, and I was just like, "That's not good." So yeah, no, I know they're not in the tunnel thing anymore.
Yeah, I think they're purely online now.
Yeah, and good for them because I mean, a lot of it's got to be hard to have a
Tanglin
storefront
Mall.
in Singapore.
Its original store was at Tanglin Mall.
That was it. Yes.
Mm. Oh no, wait. The Heron. They went from Tanglin Mall to the Heron,
Oh, that's probably where we got them from.
then to Orchard Central, and then Orchard Gateway during the revamp of the mall.
Oh no, so it was Orchard Central where I knew them from first then, probably.
Mm.
It was Orchard
Mm.
Central and then they moved to the it was the bottom
Orchard
hallway
Gateway, the
down to the
tunnel.
yeah. Yeah, they get to the point that like they knew me. I I wanted to learn how to crochet. I can't do it because I can't get the tension right because crocheting is about having a loose tension and my whole life has been about this really tight tension and so I end up where I can't get the hook back through the loops. So yeah, it doesn't work out for me to save my life. I've always kind of wanted to because you can make so many cool things with crocheting. But then again, I make cool stuff out of knots, so I don't know if you saw it. I made I made this I made an ornament and then I have been in talks with the person who was originally making the ornaments and given her some instructions on how to do other ideas that I've come up with. I've got about a dozen um, different styles, I guess we'll say, not just patterns, styles of ornaments. So yeah. Um, this will be done in another live stream or two. This one will be done. cost of product, don't know. I probably would have worked that out if it wasn't for the fact that I'm just gonna give it away. And I kind of don't want to mention a price, considering I'm giving it away and who I'm giving it away to. I don't want them to feel like, oh, they owe me or something. So yes, he's got New Year's resolutions. You don't know how that works. Oh wait, so my new you saw last week's. You saw the game that I came up with. What did you think of the song game? That's hilarious. Oh, that's funny. It's saying that if you enjoy the videos, the Hershey pie thing. I had Hershey pie yesterday over at Burger King. I was so happy. So we have this song game that's pretty hilarious, where basically I have a robot do the lyrics to the song, and people try to guess if they can figure out what the song is. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty silly. Let's see. I have a bookmark for all of my song stuff. Let's try one just for the fun of it. So the song game is Lyric Block Challenge. Check it out. We got a new little image for it. I think I might have more images to try later. We'll see how that goes. Well, when I say later, not today. Oh God, it's this song. So I created links, and the links don't tell me what it is, and um, yeah, the last time I played around with this song, I got it stuck in my head, and I spent far too long. Um, let's see. Let's change this to this. All right. See if you can name this song.
I hold on so nervously to me and my drink. I wish it was cool in me. But so far has not been good. It's been shitty, and I feel awkward as I should. This club has got to be the most pretentious thing. Since I thought you and me. Well, I am imagining a dark lit place. Or your place or my place.
So yeah. And just from that, it's the song is like eating into my brain. I've left out the chorus because it's obvious the chorus is the biggest giveaway. Hang on, we'll do one more verse. Copy. Yeah, I'm betting you probably do. The video to it, I only just saw the video for the first time, and I was like, holy crap, that was the weirdest thing ever. Kind of cool, but weird.
I hold out for one more drink, before I think. I'm looking too desperately. But so far has not been fun, I should just stay home. If one thing really means one. This club will hopefully be closed in 3 weeks. That would be cool with me. Well, I'm still imagining a dark lit place. Or your place or my place.
And yeah, that's the problem with these songs is even if you're really familiar with the song, when a robot sings it, it makes it so much harder to recognize because the robot doesn't put in the same breaks and gives the same notesy kind of stuff for it. I know Mandy knows this one. Yeah, but they're yeah. So I used the boy's voice because it's a male singer, and I thought maybe that might give something of an advantage. But yeah, the robot voice really does it. Um, all right, I'll give you the chorus. Do, 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 copy.
Well, I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I wanna make you move because you're standing still. If your body matches what your eyes can do, you'll probably move right through me on my way to you.
God, what year was this song, by the way? Oh, so yeah, it's kind of newish ish. 2007? That's what, how many years? It's a while. I'm gonna, I know I'm gonna regret doing the math on this. How long ago is 2007?
Okay, probably really 16.
That's not so long ago. It's the song is I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. Yeah. Paralyzer by Finger 11. Yeah, a guy that definitely has some self-esteem issues. Trying to weed out all the shorter ones. Yeah, and I'm sure that's not necessarily a good thing. I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I wanna make you move because you're standing still. If your body matches what your eyes can do, probably move right through me on my way to you. That's a fun song. Oh man, I can give you a bunch of this song because it doesn't do a lot of the chorus or anything. All right, let's try another one just for fun.
Yeah, Here we go. It's a new day. But it all feels old. It's a good life. That's what I'm told. But everything, it all just feels the same. And my high school. It felt more to me. Like a jail cell. A penitentiary. My time spent there, it only made me see that I don't ever wanna be like you. I don't wanna do the things you do. I'm never gonna hear the words you say. And I don't ever wanna.
Oh yeah. It'd be kind of funny if I could get the robot to give the hint. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? It's a fun game. If you have a bunch of people over, you got to try it. The easiest way to do it, yeah, it is a sort of angry teen one. Um, Here, I'll try another part of the. Yeah, we'll even go into a bit of the chorusy part here. Let's try this. Yeah, really?
Go to college. Or university. Get a real job. That's what they said to me. But I could never live the way they want. I'm gonna get by. And just do my time. Out a step while they all get in line. I'm just a minor threat, so pay no mind. Do you really wanna be like them? Do you really wanna be another trend? Do you wanna be part of that crowd? 'Cause I don't ever wanna. I don't ever wanna be you. Don't wanna be just like you. Oh, what I'm saying is, this is the anthem. Throw all your hands up. You don't wanna be you.
All right. Well, good night. Sorry. You're- I love this song, by the way. This don't want to be you. Don't want to be just like you. This is the anthem. Throw all your hands up. Yeah, it's good, Charlotte. It's another one of those songs that could easily be stuck in my head. Fortunately for me, though, I have music in my ears as we're going, and it's Def Leppard over there, so that's a strong contender for my attention. Don't wanna be you. Don't wanna be just like you. I'm surprised Minute Craft didn't like just throw a big hint on her way out, like take that. Well, I haven't heard anybody say that there's been any advertisements in their stream yet, so that's kind of interesting.
Is it only after it's like after the stream?
So, okay, there was a couple of things that it said in the settings, and um, it was one of them was let Google pick the most opportune moments. I said, okay, that's sure, why not? Another thing it said was the rate. There was um, basically like a big, medium, small, and it recommended medium. I'm like, okay. It's like small, you're not going to make much money. It's not going to pay out for you. All right, that makes sense, I guess. Um, but I wanted to try it at that rate to see what medium is, because if medium is super annoying and people hate it, then we're going to go to small, right? It's the whole
Yeah, so I'm wondering if the ads are only added in
no, no, no.
after you
No, no, that's a whole separate thing. Like that's already been chosen for the whole channel. This is
Yes, but
this
those
is
type of videos, not live streams.
this is this was a setting for live stream ads to run while live stream is happening.
How does that work?
Hence my whole question here. I'm trying to see, I want to know, is it going to screw up the chats by putting some people a minute or so behind? That would be my first thought. My second thought,
No, that would never happen.
right? Because they want the chats to work, right? And so my second thought is, will it? Well, I haven't seen one in a long time. I don't know. Do they still have the ads that are like down here? I haven't seen one in a while, like this area of the screen. I think they call it the lower thirds. Is that still a thing? Because maybe that's how they do
No,
it.
you're the one that watches a lot of YouTube.
I do. I don't watch a lot of live streams. I don't know anybody that does. Well, I know somebody that does a Twitch live stream, but then they do YouTube tutorials. But I've never watched their Twitch stream. Um, and I don't care if Twitch does ads or not. It's not relevant here. Who else does live streams? Yeah, I don't know anybody. I know people who do live events, but then for whatever reason, um, they put it up. Like they record the whole thing. I don't know if it's so they can have editing time, but they record the whole thing, put it all together, and then put it out as a premiere.
Yeah.
But it's not actually happening as in the live version. They tried it live. It was basically, it's Charlie trying to do, he's got there's a channel where they're playing D&D, and for some odd reason that didn't work out really well for them, so they decided to go with this other method. So instead of doing it live, it's just pre-recorded. Kind of cool. I only saw the snippety one where they kind of showed some highlights from one of their games, which was hilarious, by the way. If you have a bunch of really creative, talented people all playing games together, and all a bunch of smart Alex and stuff, it just really gets hilarious. Good fun. Simple life ain't so simple, no. Jumped out of that road. Oh, so Minutecraft sent a message wanting to know how to make a robot voice. The easy way is Google Translate. Other than that, you need computers and fancy programs and stuff. If you want the boy voice. All right. Good night. Have a good one, Rara. Hopefully you're getting everything out of the way so that the next year is just going to be awesome. This is long. It's also long. These are the short ones. So it's getting kind of quiet around here. Kind of. So yeah, I thought this live stream was going to be the live stream that caused us to actually go over the 4,000 hours. I had no idea we were going to hit it earlier today. I'm like, mind is still blown. I just realized I got to cut string for tomorrow. But fortunately for Mandy, there's no kumis involved in the ornaments. At least not this part of it. Did you ever figure out how to do the flat kumis?
Mm-mm.
So apparently there's a way of doing kumis that comes out kind of ribbon-ish. They can kind of even look like bracelets, which is cool, with the exception that um, if you were to break a string, like if you were wearing it like a bracelet, any long-term kind of thing, and you broke a string, it will unravel. It's because it's woven as opposed to knotted. If you break a string on one of these, obviously it just can unravel to the next knot, and that's about as far as it'll go. But I was thinking that we could do some cool stuff with a ribbon type thing as making the ornaments a bit more ornate.
Yeah, the last time I created a flat kumi, it was completely by accident.
Right, and it had like well, you know what? Actually, that would be like a really cool way for it to turn out because that one had like a really weird curl to it. So you could
Mm-hmm.
have it like, like when you take the ribbons and you run your scissors across it and it goes
Mm-hmm.
and it's all yeah, it could turn out like that. That would be really cool looking. Hanging off the ornament, that would look really, really cool. We'd be popular with all the kids then.
Did I get a video of that one? The setup photo?
I am seriously behind in creating shorts, and I don't understand how shorts kind of work for the whole channel thing. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. I think is that one what I'm coming to? Yeah, 7. I have 7 videos to make, so it could be in one of those, or it could be one of the many that I recently released. I don't know. No, it can't be one of the ones I've already done. I think I would have remember making a bigger fuss over the fact that, like, look at this. Can you believe it? I can I can almost hear myself what I would say to such a thing.
Yeah, so if you can find the setup photo, I probably can reproduce that.
Okay. I kind of remember the why you did it.
It's
Technically,
a weird
it,
set of numbers.
it was a weird set of numbers, but you had just gotten done doing a weird set of numbers just like that just before, and I was hoping that you were going to kind of stay on theme and do something similar again, and then you went totally a whole different direction. It was like a 22 string, and you were just like, nope, let's try something completely different. So I have no idea like how much more string. Well, I kind of know how much more string. I have a box and it's going to run out when basically I'm done with adding it. So I kind of can see it there, but I can't tell like on here where that is, how soon it's coming. I have all this, these are all short ones that need to be trimmed off, which would be really great if I could trim them off soon or get them stuck up through the bag going that way. Um, just to have them out of the way and make this whole thing a whole lot easier. So I don't know. Cool. So yeah, if you haven't noticed, it's every other one that's getting replaced at this point because the last time around we replaced the the black one at this end. So it's just the one in the middle that I have to replace. The the hangout for Patreon supporters will be a week from tomorrow, right?
Yes.
All right, so now I got to do some stuff with strings. So let's see if we can't be clever about this. Hang on, guys. I've got a ton of string, all going different ways. I don't want to accidentally send in any of the long ones with these. There we go. I had some of the colored ones in there. So now Okay, that was kind of crazy, but we now have a whole boatload of short little strings all tucked in the top up here. So they're sort of up and out of my way. And we can kind of continue on. Yeah, so we have a couple more where the black was already filled in. Then I start to have to do two of each, and that goes all the way around until we get to. Is that the light green? Yeah, it's a light green. Okay. I don't know what the heck is going on with the music here, but it's playing a lot of great oldie stuff. This is Hold the Line, I think is the name of the song. Do, 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 do. Love isn't always on time. The way you say your mind. So I need my research department. Can you take a look and see if this song is actually called Hold the Line? And if so, who does it?
Total.
Toto. Your love sets me free. The good things that you do. So since I have nobody else to talk to, I'll just talk to Mandy. So, sweetheart, I had a thought earlier. You went and cleared out and organized like four different floss bins with colors and stuff. Do you think like just going completely random off of those would be okay for some of these ornaments?
What do you mean random?
Well, okay, for one of these coming up, I need three bobbins worth of 12 different colors. Now, I don't know if I can get like a good rainbow out of what's in there because it's such a bunch of whatever. I don't even know how many times there'll be 3 bobbins worth of any given color. So it could be a little on the random side. Actually, I'm not 100% now if it's 12 or 24 of colors. It might be 12 times 2. So I could get away with like having 2 different sets of 12. Like there's a whole bunch of like crazy numbers of strings that I'm going to be needing for various projects at various lengths. Um, it's going to be some of the most exciting stuff that I've made for videos in a very, very long time. So it's anybody who's kind of interested in how to take bracelet stuff and make 3D objects. Um, I would definitely recommend that, checking out the whole series. And like I said, you don't have to pay me to see it. You can just wait. It'll all become available. Um, and I started it in November with the hopes that you guys would have time to actually make some of this stuff if you wanted to make them for Christmas. Mind you, that I have quite a number of prototype ideas that I've drawn out, so I don't know how far into December it's actually going to take me to do all of these tutorials because there's going to be a bunch, and I'm not even sure that we're going to have all of them for this year. Like honestly, I have a feeling this could be like a reoccurring segment in for the years to come. So something to look forward to. Maybe what I should do is I should just give you access to all my string and be like, okay, next one is this, and then just let you go crazy with the whole whatever. Because for me, like when I think about the holidays and stuff, it's like, yeah, green and red. Like I've already got the second ornament is going to be green and red. I already know this. I already have the strings pulled for it. But I can't do that for every one of them because if I did, there will be no green and there will be no red left in the airplane trolley for
Mm-hmm.
any other future things. I need to come up, and I can't keep doing 2 color things because in order to do a 2 color thing, I'm having to go through big groups of two
Mm-hmm.
wherever there's 2 colors,
Mm-hmm.
which, I need to start making it 12 colors. So that way I'm kind of grabbing from the bigger selection of stuff. But when I think of like 12 color things, I think of like the rainbow twice over. Because there's not a lot of fades. I don't know if you guys, anybody realized it. There's not a lot of fades where you actually can pull off a 12 color fade. That's why the rainbow thing is nice because the rainbow is sort of a fade that doesn't have a hard stop, right? Like a normal fade is light to dark, and then it's, suddenly dark, bam, light again, you know. But a rainbow is a fade that doesn't have a hard stop. I'm pretty sure the song I'm hearing now is Cinderella. Gypsy Rose can't take me home. There seem to be. There's the other short there. Gypsy Rose. Yeah, Cinderella. So whoever's out there, hello, welcome. It pays to chat. If you chat with us, you get the chance to win the bracelets. It's a thing. So if you're wondering, it's a bag. There's a lot more up higher that you can't see. I've had to move the board. I'm not sure I can actually move the board any higher than it is at this moment. Not sure if I've thought this all the way through well enough. Because I can't make that go higher. Well, I can maybe take the work and bend it over the top, kind of like I did when I was making the big project, but it's kind of harder when it's double thick like a bag. So the object here is going to be for me to replace short strings so we can make a run for the end of this bag, which will be either next week or the week after. It kind of really depends. Photograph. Photograph. Now, mind you, in some of these cases, some of the string, I might have been able to let it go and not have changed it. And I certainly wouldn't have had to had I not been trying to switch them back and forth. It turns out that kind of made it so that way instead of just some being short, it made kind of all of them. So this is a better safe than sorry kind of thing, and because there's really no fun in trying to change up strings at the last minute. It's just bad. So any New Year's resolutions for you, hun?
I haven't really thought about it. You?
Um, really everything that I'm kind of concentrating on is either trying to get my health better. Um, I guess my viewers don't know I've had some heart trouble here recently, and it's kind of given me a scare, and I kind of want to get back to doing a little something to help that along, make my heart stronger and, you know, keep going. And then the rest is really about um more stuff for the live streams, more stuff for the content. Um, Kind of excited about the prospects of some of the videos and things that I want to do for in the future. I want to definitely look into doing more fun effects and more things that make the videos um, kind of fun and funny. I'm probably going to get there's a thing where like they help you to break long content into shorts. So I'll probably do something with them so I can have like a lot more short content. I don't know why I care about YouTube shorts, but it seems to get your name out there and get more people to know who you are and stuff. So that'd be kind of nice. Mind you, it turns out like it seems that there's quite a few people who actually know who I am. I joined a group in Facebook and I don't know how many moderators there are, but at least three of them were like, "Hey, it's you. I love your work, and we're really glad you joined our group." Like, wow, that felt pretty cool. Kind of exciting, really. Back. So now the song is the Ballroom Blitz by Sweet. And as a child, I had no idea what they were talking about. As an adult, I'm still not really, 100% convinced I do. As an adult, I'm quite certain that I was not intended to know what it meant as a child. It was soothing, and they all started grooving. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then back said everyone attack, and it turned into a ballroom blitz. Oh, in case anybody's wondering, the bag we're working on is meant to hold a phone, and instead of doing one of the cool round bases or squared off bases or whatever, this is going to be a bag that sits kind of flat. So that should be cool. There, short one of that one. All right, cool. Okay, so now I have to start replacing two strings. Been a long time, been a long, lonely, 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 lonely time. So now it is Led Zeppelin playing, which reminds me of a funny story. Back 80s MTV days. We were just talking about them, by the way, earlier. MTV used to be the funnest thing for New Year's. I don't know if they still do any of that. They don't have MTV anymore. But, anyways, back in those days, somebody came on the scene and dude thought pretty highly of himself, man. He was just super flamboyant and the stuff that he was doing. He just had this level of confidence. I wasn't sure that he should have it. I didn't think he was all right, but I didn't think he was great or anything. Like he was just all right. And it turns out it was Robert Plant. Like, yeah, okay, I love Led Zeppelin, but when he went off and started doing stuff on his own, it was just like, who's that dude? What the hell's wrong with this guy? Yeah. When I finally figured out who it was, I'm like, oh, I guess I kind of makes sense why he acts the way he does. Like, he kind of earned it. I don't know if it's because we're going the other direction, but it certainly seems like it's taking us longer to get around this thing tonight than it did last week. Am I right?
Hmm.
I mean, it's hard to see where we are in the bigger scheme of things, but we still got a little ways to go. So, anybody who's watching this, even if you're from the future, watching this days later, weeks later, months later, leave a comment down below. Tell me what your New Year's resolution is. I'm really curious. Do people still try to do these things? Oh, I guess another one of my New Year's resolution is to keep up with my new journal. I'm changing from a flat whatever bullet journal to the hit, what is it called? I forgot what it's called already. It begins with the H and I can't think of it.
Hobonichi.
Hobonichi, that's it. It was on the tip of my tongue and I just could not get that out. I have a Hobonichi planner and I've been wanting to use one of these since like last April. I went out and got a Hobonichi planner the day they became available. So I've had it for months. I've got bookmarks in there for the where I start with everything, and I am, yeah, kind of stoked about that. It's got the new Tomy River paper. And it's supposed to be super friendly for fountain pen ink. Well, I say super friendly. It's supposed to bring out the best features of fountain pen ink, but it's supposed to be really slow to dry. So you can't like jot a bunch of notes here, flip the book, and go jot a bunch of notes somewhere else. It's all going to get smudgy. So you kind of have to, yeah. But it'll make all the ink super pretty. And I have a lot of ink. Well, I know people who have a lot more ink than I do. I don't have that much. I have a number of inks to try out and play with, and I'm going to play with them all. Because I have, like, right now, three, like 5 or 6 pens inked up right here on my desk. Another one in my backpack. Yeah. Some of them might have the same ink. A lot of them are different. Panama. 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 Oh, and so anybody else that might not been following along, maybe you're kind of new to the channel, this whole bag has been done via live streams. This is 15, 18. Well, we have 15 hours in, so there's 5 other videos before this. Did I update the webpage to have all 5 of the streams in the webpage for this? Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
You want to go ahead and look? Go see.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I had updated it after the last one or not. I know that I didn't post any pictures of this.
Today is 118.
Yeah.
You're missing 117, I think.
Oh, see, I did this one. Okay, so after tonight, I have to put in both of those. I didn't do photos last week because we only made one row around the whole thing, or a little bit more than one row around the whole thing. So it wouldn't have looked like we actually had accomplished much. And again, this will only be one row, but together, that makes 2 rows. It makes it kind of look like there's a lot done. So there should be a photo. Guess playing on the radio, it goes. Get up, everybody go. Feet get down, everybody go leave their seat. Cause I know I'm gonna die. Yeah. I just realized one of my big dreams for this channel is to one day make my wife my boss. Like to actually get the channel so built up that we can afford for her to like quit her job and tell me what to do. And one of the things that she would have told me what to do would have been to make sure that I had put that last week's stream into that webpage. Darn it. This being a boss of myself thing is difficult. I have like high expectations, but I run a real loose ship. Okay, so I'm kind of looking down in here, trying to see if there's any kind of way that any of these other short strings could be figured out beforehand. I don't see a way. We haven't figured out some of those times, like stuff like this. It's not really winging it. I know what I'm doing. It's just trying to find the easiest way at the moment to try to cope with things like tons of extra strings and such. Because the crazy part is, this is not a lot of string for me. This is right. I mean, this is how many strings is this? Do you remember?
No.
12. 12. Is it? It's got to be more. Is that 144? Is it? There's 12 different colors with 12 loops. Is it just 144?
12 by 12, then yeah.
I mean, I want to say that's what it is. Can I say that with any confidence? Not at the moment. It seems right. Because there's two of each color, right? Two yellow, two orange, two red. So that's 12. So that's the 12 loops. Yeah, 144. 144 seems so small when you think of the big project being, the 866. Relax in the night, man. We are programmed to receive. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. So this brings us up to 21 hours if we go all the way to 1 again.
I guess.
Is that the gist? Sounds about right. We'll see. I don't know if we're going to go all the way to 1. So are they still playing tennis?
No, it's 3 a.m. in Australia.
I guess that's why we don't get very many Australians watching our live streams.
Mm.
Still kind of surprised, still haven't heard anything about the ads. I mean, if it's going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to see it too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I saw a thing about like, if I understood it right, there might be a way that I can trigger ads, but I don't know how that works. Let's see if I can find it. No, there's a thing where I can click to tag a product. So if like, oh, I could tag my shirt and then, yeah, I don't know how to do it. So I don't want to break anything. Ooh, there's a thing for creating a highlight video. Is that new? Oh, there's a thing. I'm going to click this. Let's see if this makes an ad. No, it didn't seem to do anything. It's still gray. There's a gray thing at the top that says enable uh, monetized to insert ads. I don't know, but it's like it looks sort of grayed out. I don't know what that means. A little shelter. Oh, that's weird. My do I there? My tablet just gave me an alarm to let me know that it's my father-in-law's birthday tomorrow. I really seriously do not need an alarm for that. I don't know why there's an alarm for that. And on the tablet, like of all weird places, that's the last place I would expect and or want it. Is that something in your calendar that's
Maybe.
spilling off into my stuff?
Mm.
Yeah, of all birthdays, I'm gonna guess that his is pretty easy to remember. I mean, I have a stepsister with the same birthday. Right? I can forget that. Had a, had a lot of good parties for her birthday. Oh, is coming down from the gallows, and I don't have very long. So, so out of curiosity, the song that's playing, I'm kind of curious what year this came from because I was old enough to kind of get the gist of everything that the song was about. It's Renegade by Styx, spelled Styx.
Mm-hmm.
What year was that?
1979.
So, 7, 7, 7. Had it been 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, young and impressionable child listening to the man who's, you know, retrieved for a bounty. That's why I wanted to flip. Oh, mama, I'm fearful. And coming down from the gallows, and I don't bear it. Yeah, so in that song, they don't exactly say what he was wanted for. It's not like the Queen one where he went and, you know, it was all murdery or whatever. This is just sort of like he was a wanted man who is retrieved for a bounty. Suddenly I'm picturing that bounty hunter guy, the dog or whatever they call him. This is the music to start my day. Oh, hang on. I'm getting hit with a message from my buddy. It moved off to the States. So yeah, my friend in the States was just giving me information in regards to the whole heart problem that I've been having. And according to what he's recently heard, um, yeah, I need to get back to exercising, essentially. So he too has the same heart problem. So whenever things get kind of weird, I go to him. Hang on, where's my phone? Just wish him a happy new year. Happy New Year to you and your family. Hopefully it's an awesome one. Music, forget my day. A girl I used to know. I close my eyes. I'm guaranteed this song. Okay, so this one had to be from when I was younger still. Um, So can you look up the song "More Than a Feeling" by Boston?
1976.
11?
9
9?
is my year.
I was 9 when you were born.
Mm-hmm.
It was the year my sister turned 18. I know because well, my mom was a seamstress, and so we all kind of had sewing and whatever various skills. And my sister took home ec, and she made a crazy pillow that kind of looked like she was trying to go for like the whole family crest sort of thing. And the whole 76 was like the bicentennial year or whatever for America. So there was a bit of that incorporated. There was a night from the high school that we went to. Um, I don't remember what the other squares were, but yeah, I just remember that whole the patriotism in that of that year was strong. When women left home with another man, but I still don't seem to care. Supposed to be only took her a couple of days before she was rid of me. But that you would be on mine, love me to the end. And I whispered in her ear, I lost another friend. Oh, shit. Yeah, there was a lot of great rock ballads from like my youth. Like, man, it's no wonder I wanted an electric guitar. Like when I listened to some of this stuff, it's like, ooh, ooh, this is so good. Can't figure out how to make that sound, but it's really cool. Just another thing, just because we got monetized does not mean I don't appreciate everything my Patreon supporters and my YouTube members are doing for this channel. Um, Obviously, I'm probably not going to make a whole lot just because of the ads or anything. And I don't want to try to figure out ways to put on the ads all the time or whatever either. So, um, yeah, just seriously, thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. Short one in here. They did pull out. I should have specified to get the other kind of bandage. This has got like a weird texture to it that doesn't let the
Mm.
string move very well. It's, it's been bothering me all night. I swear, if my tension looks wonky for the row that I just created, it's all because of this band-aid. But it's It's weird. Straight degrees. Right here. Yeah, we've only got a couple more strings to add. Then I can go back and put in all of the lines going to the right of this row. Kind of exciting. Don't know what it means to walk alone a lonely street. Rotate this just a little bit to get past to this last part. Uh-oh. That's not good. I just knocked out the other clip that's in the back that keeps this board from moving. It's a very, very short one. I want to say this is a high school song. Hang on. Does she walk? Does she talk? Centerfold by Jay Giles. Never covered you, babe.
1981.
Angel on the pages in between. I wonder what grade that would have been. I definitely know this was high school. In fact, it was this album. We were supposed to do a thing where we wrote out the lyrics to a song, and then we had to read it in our English class. And so I took a one from this song that was just crazy, absolutely bizarre song. The lyrics are just out there. It was about like the media and brainwashing and whatever, but it was all super cryptic, as if spoken by the a madman. And every time she asked for a volunteer to read the thing, I was like, me. And nope, nope. Always pick anybody who really didn't look comfortable. I wanted to do this song. I wanted everybody to see that I had crazy, cool songs. Nope. Never got to do it in front of the class. I don't know if it was about her trying to find people that could speak in public and realize that, like, obviously I didn't seem to have an issue, or what it was, but yeah, she never chose me for it. Ooh, see, this one was really short. Come. So. Apparently, whenever Jay Giles was in the Detroit area, they used to perform at a bar outside of the city, out in the suburbs. They go hang out there, and I had a friend that used to know where that place was and go out there deliberately just to kind of hang out close to them, and they would just party until crazy hours of the morning and just playing all kinds of crazy stuff. I just think had that would be so amazing. I can't even imagine, like, because they were like the coolest thing in the day. Wait, I can't see what I did. The way that the string is running on my finger. Oh yeah, I see it. Never mind. So we're about all the way around. I think we might have like two more strings to replace. Looks like I cut a little bit of extra of the black strings, perhaps. Not sure why. That's okay. I use it a lot, so that's not going to be a problem. Dun, 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 dun. So it'd be kind of nice if we could finish this next week. But if we are, I'm in trouble because I'm going to have to cut a lot of string and have things ready for the bag that follows this, which I have not even begun to process and figure out or do anything with yet.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a tomorrow problem. It's what? It's 20 after midnight? Yeah. We're not going to accomplish a whole lot more tonight. Some, not a lot. And those 80 songs just hit so different. Is that what I think it is? Yeah. Okay, this is 70s. Okay, last one. Woohoo. Oh, I see why there's extras. Because there had to be in order to get the count. There's everything's cut into thirds. In order to have one for the last one, there had ended up being two extras. So it wasn't quite my fault. It's a math thing. So hopefully you guys have figured out how I'm adding the string and how I'm getting this all sorted out. Because after this, it's kind of a race to the bottom. So, and the rest is just knots that are going to the left and knots that are going to the right. So nothing too difficult. This is literally these last two streams have had the most difficult portion of the whole thing, and one of them could have been avoided if I had just kind of kept the strings kind of going one way. Well, I think we kind of discussed this last time. Maybe that's not entirely right, but it could have been easier, I think. Maybe. Oh, and next week we hit we hit the spot where all the colors match up with where they came from. That's kind of neat. And it kind of means that some near date, I'm going to have to make an executive decision to determine where the flat side of the bag is. Um, it doesn't matter. All the colors completely wrap around and do everything. But as much as it doesn't matter, it also still matters. It kind of affects exactly how the bag will look in the end. And yeah, this is one of the reasons why making things yourself is so awesome, because you get to make that cool decision. You get to say, I like this best, and do it in your way. And that's awesome. Like that should motivate people right there to be like, yeah, I want to try some of that. Just because. I wanna rock and roll and party every day. I know I'm getting old when I hear the song I want to rock and roll all night and party every day, and I think, well, maybe not all night and certainly not every day. Once upon a time that would have been different, but I kind of need a break now and then, you know. So all the strings been added, and basically what I didn't do, close in the boxes going to the right as we were going around this. So if I've got time, I'd like to get those closed in. If you had to estimate, though, I guess that we should figure this thing out. How much do you think this bag would have gone for? It's not a bad thing to kind of know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
200?
No, can't be. Can't be. Compared to when you compare this to like the how much is the Celtic one?
Mm.
I think that's only at 250. And that's way harder. Way like, oh my god, crazy harder. No, that bag, the Celtic bag, wait, I can hit the thing. The Celtic bag over here is at 150.
Mm-hmm.
That was ridiculously hard to do. I had to put like little stitches of scrap string in it just so I could mark where the key points were so I could wouldn't get lost in making it. It's quite possible that bag is underpriced by a lot. Now that I think about it, like, yeah, okay, this one, I could see this being like more, but then so should it. It should be a lot more. So basically now, all of the short strings have been all tucked down in here, which gets them all out of the way, which helps to speed this whole thing up. You can kind of see the whole, all that string kind of flowing out the top up here. I have to watch where I move my chair. I've got a floor full of bobbins over here. I also mind where I step. I can imagine just Ooh, this is late 80s, beginning of 90s. This is Ozzy Osbourne's. This is what? The Bark at the, oh no, Bark at the Moon? Late 80s. Who he's looking for. Bark at the Moon. That's a I don't care what anybody says. They might not like Ozzy Osbourne, but that is a hard-working man. He is he is up there in age, and he still just wants to get out there and tour and make new music and just it's either that or he's trying to get away from his wife. I'm not sure, but I mean, either way, the guy is out there working hard. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever spoken about it, but I'm not super big fan of Sharon Osbourne. She's a little bit too full of herself for somebody. She basically made fun of like ICP for the number of people that come out to see ICP because she was comparing it to the number of people that come out to see her husband. Yeah, a lot of people come out to see Ozzy. Yeah, he was, a legend. He was there at the birth of like the hard rock and roll and stuff. But she doesn't gather those kind of crowds. She doesn't get to be like, "Oh, you aren't nothing because my husband's so great." It doesn't equate. And for her to get such a hoity-toity attitude to other musicians, it's sort of like it just didn't. It doesn't strike me as being, it's trying to tell them that they'll never work because she's something in the industry. No, you're not. You got to play host on some thing, people got talent thing. Other than that, you're kind of just like you had like a reality show where you showed off how you can't take and train dogs to not go all over the house. I don't know, just not a did not get a good impression of that woman. Yeah, I really like how this is turning out. There's just something mesmerizing about the way that the colors just flow. It's really, really cool. I'll lower this down here in a second so you guys can see it more. Okay, so this one had to be late 70s. Am I right? Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap by AC/DC. I want to say that's late 70s.
Yep, Meyer.
A lot of good things happening in your year.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah. Man, the chat has been so quiet tonight. This is like the quietest I've streamed since like the very early days of streaming. But it kind of makes sense. It's the New Year's is upon us, and
Mm-hmm.
you got a broken heart with your best friends. That's when the teardrops stop. All right, let's lower this down just a bit. I kind of had it up so you guys could see us, all the adding string stuff. I should have foreseen that coming. Hang on. Let me get this clipped on here first. And then locate that clip that fell off earlier. There we go. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, if we were going to do a more difficult, this whole project is meant to be something a beginner could do. Had we gone for something more advanced, um, I would have definitely gone for the spiral base because all these colors would have made it just wow. It really would have been very cool. So, with enough influence from you guys, if you guys, insist enough, and enough of you say you want to see it, then maybe we do this pattern again sometime. Maybe I even change up some of the stuff. I would have liked the blues to been a little bit better, like just get a better fade going around here. But then maybe we could do something where I re-explore this again and we make it a circle base. Ooh, 90s. Black Hole Sun. Well, I can't think who sings that. Who sings it? Soundgarden. Soundgarden. Yeah, I kind of wish that Spotify was like you could just click on the song and it would tell you the things that you want to know. Half the time you click on it and it's like, oh, this is a remix redone in like 20 something. Like, yeah, this is from the album, the deluxe. I want to know what year a song was out, not other weird stuff. I wonder. Why did that not work? There we go. So, kind of zooming in here a little bit. If you take a look where this green is down here, you can see that we're filling in this whole little box. I guess I have to raise this up a little bit. We're filling in this whole little box here, and that same green though comes in contact out here and out here, and the boxes outside of this are also going to have a similar contact like that. Um, and that's kind of how you get the whole houndstooth thing is when um, basically it's a weave that obviously houndstooth has fewer colors, but it's a certain kind of weave that actually makes it do that, which is a neat effect. And that's just going to happen to each one of these all the way down the line, which I think that's in itself pretty cool as well. It still says we have 3 people. So there's a
Mhm.
couple of you out there. I should I should just like give away a huge clue and get the bracelets gone. Uh, say hi and I'll give you a clue. Resort to bribing over here. I want to say this is a 70s song, but I'm really super unsure of myself at the moment. When when was Dream On from Aerosmith? It's got to be 70s, right?
1973.
It's amazing to me they were doing stuff back then. They're still doing stuff today. Although um what's his name just broke his voice, something he had to put off the tour because I'm pretty sure probably because songs like this. Was his name Steve Tyler?
Mhm.
Yeah. Sing, sing for the night, sing for 70s. Let's kiss. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. One, two, I can't wait to see what we get done next week because this part here is already super, super cool. I love how the colors have come back together, and it's just going to get cooler as the row after this gets put into place. And I'm pretty sure when we're not adding string, we add on about 2 rows. So yeah, that's going to happen. I will be sure to update the webpage. We'll take some photos. And yeah, got a lot to look forward to, guys. Um, next week is the first weekend of the year. That's going to be amazing. We're going to have like patron hangouts afterwards, and who knows what all we'll do. It'll be fun. So thanks for everything, guys. Thanks for getting me to the 4,000 watch hour things. That is absolutely amazing. I can't believe we made it. Thanks to Patreon and YouTube members for making all of this stuff possible. There was a lot of times where I didn't think this channel was going to continue, and it was your encouragement, like just saying I believe in you enough to make a small contribution absolutely meant the world to me. So thank you guys very much for that. Like I said, back next week. Don't know what that's gonna look like other than a lot closer to being done. So yeah, thank you again, and yeah, Happy New Year. I almost forgot that one. Happy New Year, guys, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.